Hello dear students, welcome to all. Today we are going to start lecture 3 of our first chapter, that is real numbers. So students, in this class we will discuss about Euclid's division lemma. So let's start the study of Euclid division lemma. Dear students, up to now we study about real numbers, and in real numbers we study about rational number, then we study about the irrational number. So we continue our discussion on a real number in this chapter. So first of all, let's discuss what is the divisibility. What is the divisibility? A non-zero integer b is said to be divide an integer a if there exists an integer q such that a is equal to bq. The integer a is called dividend and integer b is known as divisor, and integer q is known as the quotient. What it means, let's understand with one example. 5 divides 5 divides 35. Why? Because there exist 7 such that we can write 535 is equal to 5 multiplied by 7, and there this 35 is dividend and this 5 is nothing but divisor and this 7 is quotient. Okay, now if we say a number when divides if we say a number n when divides by 3, it gives remainder 2. Then we can write n as, n is what? N is our number and we can write it as dividend, and n is equal to, when we divide it by 3, so divisor is 3. Let any number k is integer and it is a quotient for it, and 2 is remainder. So we can write this number n as 3k plus 2, because when we divide n by 3 we will get remainder 2. Clear? Now it is what? It is nothing but divisor. It is a division algorithm. And what is this division algorithm? It is dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. This is division algorithm, and by this division algorithm we can write any number as divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. And this concept is very useful to solve some questions, and we will discuss these type of questions in our next slides. Clear? Now after the divisibility rule, now after this divisibility, let's discuss about our next topic. Before starting our next topic, let's compare between algorithm, theorem and lemma. So the first is algorithm. What is algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but it is a series of well-defined steps which gives a procedure for solving a type of problem. If we have a problem and to solve this problem we have well defined steps, then these steps are known as a algorithm. Okay, now let's discuss from where this algorithm words come. The word algorithm comes from the name of the ninth century Persian mathematician Al-Khwarazmi. In fact, even the word algebra is derived from a book he wrote called Hisab al-Zabr wal Muqabala. Okay, so this is the history from where the word algebra and algorithm comes. Okay, now after the discussion of algorithm, let's come to the theorem. What are the theorems? Now, the next is theorem. What are the theorems? Theorem is a mathematical statement that is proved using rigorous mathematical reasoning. Theorem is a statement which we require to prove. Okay. For example, sum of all interior angles of triangle is 180 degree. This is a theorem. It is true statement. This is true for all type of triangle, but it requires to prove it. Okay. So now after this theorem, the next term is lemma. What is this lemma? Lemma is what? Lemma is a proven statement used for proving another statement. Lemma is a proven statement. We don't require to prove it. We don't require to prove it, and it is used and it is used for proving another statement, and it is used to proving another statement. Sometime lemma is used to prove theorems. Okay, and it is minor result whose sole purpose is to help in proving a theorem. Clear? So these are the three terms: algorithm, theorem and lemma, and these three terms have a minor differences. So, after the introduction of algorithm, theorem and lemma, let's talk about the first lemma of this chapter. What is the Euclid division lemma? Let's discuss about the statement of Euclid division lemma. Okay. The statement of Euclid division lemma is: let A and B be any two positive integers. Let A and B are two positive integers. Then there exist unique integer q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r. A is equal to bq plus r means a and b are two positive integer, and we can write it as a is equal to bq plus r. Here a and b are two positive integers. Okay, and q and r unique integers. Okay, and here this r is always greater than and equal to but less than b, and this is all about Euclid division lemma. Okay, now from where this comes, this is nothing but the updated version of division algorithm, because if we observe that this is nothing but dividend, there b is divisor, and this q is quotient, and remainder and remainder is always less than the divisor but greater than equal to 0. So we write here r is always greater than equal to 0 but less than b. So this is the introduction of Euclid division lemma. Now let's discuss some examples which are based on Euclid division lemma. So the first example is, show that any positive integer is of the form 3q plus 1 and 3q plus 2 where q is integer, where q is integer. So dear student, according to Euclid division lemma, according to Euclid's division lemma, according to Euclid division lemma, any positive integer can be written in the form of a is equal to bq plus r, a is equal to bq plus r, where r is always less than b but greater than equal to 0. Okay, this is the statement of Euclid division lemma. So now student, the most important thing is that how you decide the value of b. To solve the questions of Euclid division lemma, the main thing is that how you decide the value of b, and we decide value of the b according to the question. In the question it is given that 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. So here we have to choose b is equal to 3. Let b is equal to 3. We choose b is equal to 3 according to question. Okay. Now, when we take b is equal to 3, a can be written in the form of 3q plus r. A is equal to 3q plus r, and a is what? A is any positive real number. A is what? Any positive real number. We can also write it. We can also write it here. Any positive real number a is equal to bq plus r. So now dear students, we know that in Euclid division lemma, a is equal to bq plus r should be greater than equal to 0 but less than b. Here b is equal to 3, so we can say that r is greater than equal to 0 but less than 3. If r is greater than equal to 0 but less than 3, we can write that we can choose r is equal to 0, 1, 2. We cannot choose r is equal to 3 because r is less than 3. And if r is equal to 0, 1 and 2, so we can write a is equal to 3q, or a is equal to 3q plus 1, or a is equal to 3q plus 2. So now we show that any positive real number can be written in the form of 3q, 3q plus 1 and 3q plus 2 by using Euclid division lemma, where q is any integer. Clear? Now after this example, let's move to the next example. The next example is, check whether the number 21q plus 18, 21q plus 18 is in the form of 7q plus 4 for some integer q. Let any number a is equal to 21q plus 18. Okay, 21q plus 18 where q is some integer. Now students, if we write it as 21q plus 14 plus 4, then these two numbers are same. Now from these two numbers we can take 7 as a common. We can take 7 as a common. Now how we think that we have to 7 take as a common? We check here that in this form we see that there is a 7, so we have to take 7 as a common from this number. So when we take 7 as a common, we will get 3q plus 2 plus 4. Now dear students, we know that q is integer. If q is integer, then 3q is also integer. And if 3q is integer and 2 is also integer, so 3q plus 2 is also integer. Now we can assume this 3q plus 2 as any of integer. So let 3q plus 2 is equal to m. So if this is equal to m, then we can write this number a as 7m plus 4. So the given number 21q plus 18 can be written in the form of 7m plus 4. Here m is what? M is nothing but integer. So we can say that this number can be written in the form of 7q plus 4. It doesn't matter that there is q and there is m. Q and m both are any integer. Okay, we don't know about the value of q and m, so it is doesn't matter. There is q and there is m. So after this example, let's move to the next. So the next example is, show that any odd positive integer is in the form of 4q plus 1 and 4q plus 3 for some integer q. So now we know that according to Euclid's division lemma, any positive integer a is equal to bq plus r, where r is greater than equal to 0 but less than b. Clear? And here a and b are positive integer and q are unique integers. Now dear students, now we have to choose the value of b. In the question it is given that we have to prove the number in the form of 4q plus 1 and 4q plus 3. So it is clear that we have to choose b is equal to 4. So let b is equal to 4. If b is equal to 4, then it is clear that r should be greater than equal to 0 but less than 4. So a is equal to 4q plus 1, 4q so a is equal to 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2 and 4q plus 3. We can write a is equal to 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, 4q plus 3. Now we have to prove that odd positive integer is of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. Let's check all the form of numbers. First is 4q, 4q. Okay, in this number we can take 2 common, or we can write it as 2 multiplied by 2q, or 2q is an integer, so we can write it as 2m, and here m is integer. So any integer in the form of 2m, or we can say in the 2m the one factor is 2, so it is divisible by 2, so this number is even number. Now let's talk about the second. The second is 4q plus 1. 4q plus 1. 4q plus 1, when we write it as 2 multiplied by 2q plus 1, or we can write it as 2m plus 1. So when we divide it by 2, we will get 1 as a reminder. So we can say that this number is not divisible by 2. So this number is odd. Clear? Now come to the third. The third form is 4q plus 2. Okay. Now when we take 2 as a common, we will get 2q plus 1. Now let's assume 2q plus 1 as m, and m is again an integer. So it becomes 2m, and we know that 2m is the form of even number, so it is even. Now come to the fourth form. Fourth form is 4q plus 3. 4q plus 3. Here again we can write it as 2 multiplied by 2q plus 1 plus 1, because we can write this 4q plus 3 as 4q plus 2 plus 1, and we take 2 common from these two terms, and we will get 2 multiplied by 2q plus 1, and let's assume 2q plus 1 as m, so we will get 2m plus 1. Again when we divide it by 2, we will get 1 as a reminder, so this number is odd number. Clear? Now if we observe that 4q plus 1 and 4q plus 3 is the form of odd number, so this shows that 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3 is the form of any odd positive integer. Clear? Now dear students, this result can be used objective questions directly. Okay, we will discuss all type of questions in our next slides. Now the next question is, show that the square of an odd positive integer, show that the square of an odd positive integer is in the form of 4q plus 1 for some integer q. Clear? Now let's start this question. First of all, any positive integer a can be written in the form of a is equal to bq plus r. Okay, now students, the most important thing is that we have to choose the value of b. Okay, now in the question it is given that 4q plus 1, so let we choose b is equal to 4. If b is equal to 4, then r is always greater than 0 but less than 4. Clear? Now, so if r is equal to 1, then a is equal to 4q, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2 and 4q plus 3. Clear? Now, in the question it is given that show that the square of n odd positive integer. We have to choose odd positive integers only. So among this odd positive integer, odd positive integers are 4q plus 1, 4q plus 3. These two are odd positive integers. We already discussed this in our previous example. So the odd positive integers are 4q plus 1 and 4q plus 3. So for case 1, a is equal to 4q plus 1. First case is a is equal to 4q plus 1. So a square is equal to 4q plus 1 whole square, and when we solve this we will get a square is equal to 16q square plus 1, 16q square plus 1 plus 8q. Okay, now we have to show this form in the form of 4q plus 1. So what is our next step? Our next step is 16q square plus 8q plus 1, and we have to take 4 as a common. 4 as a common from these two terms, we will get 4q plus 8q plus 1. Now we know that this is 4q square. Now we know that q is an integer. If q is an integer, then q square is also integer, and 4q square is also integer, and 8q is also integer, and we add two integers, we again get integer. So let 8q plus 4q square is equal to m, and m is integer, so we can write it as 4m plus 1. Okay, so the form of square of odd positive integer is 4m plus 1. Now the second case is case 2. Second case is 4q plus 3. A is equal to 4q plus 3. Okay, now if a is equal to 4q plus 3, then a square is equal to 16q square plus 9 plus 24q. Clear? Now we can write it as 16q square plus 8 plus 24q plus 1. Now we can take 4 as a common among these three terms. So what will we get? We will get 4q square plus 2 plus 6q plus 1. Now students, we can assume this expression 4q square plus 2 plus 6q as any integer m. So let 4q square plus 2 plus 6q is equal to m. If this equal to m, then we can write this a square is equal to 4m plus 1. So for both cases we get that the square of odd positive integer is in the form of 4m plus 1 or 4m plus 1. So we can say that the square of any odd positive integer in the form of 4m plus 1. And students, we can directly use this result in the objective questions. Okay, now after this question, let's move to the next question. Next question is, show that n square minus 1 is divisible by 8. N square minus 1 is divisible by 8 if n is odd positive integer. If n is odd positive integer. Dear students, in this question it is given that show that n square minus 1 is divisible by 8 if n is odd positive integer. N is what? Odd positive integer. Now in the previous example we said any odd positive integer, any odd positive integer can be written as 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. And yes students, if you don't know, any positive integer is in the form of, then and students, if you don't know what is the form of odd positive integer, then we use Euclid division lemma. According to Euclid's division lemma, we can write A is equal to BQ plus R, and let B is equal to 4. Let B is equal to 4. If we take B is equal to 4, then this R can be 0, 1, 2 and 3. If we take it 4Q, then it is even number. If we take it 1, then it is 4Q plus 1, and if we take it 2, then it is equal to 4Q plus 2, and if we take it 3, it is 4Q plus 3. Clear? We know that this is the form of odd number, this is the form of even number, and this is the form of again odd number. So we have to choose 4Q plus 3 and 4Q plus 1. We already discussed this example previously, so I directly use the form of odd numbers. This is for students who don't know what is the form of odd integer only. Okay, now come to the question. Now the question is n square minus 1, n square minus 1, n square minus 1. Here n is what? N is odd positive integer. So for n is odd positive integer, we have two form. Let's check one by one. If n is 4q plus 1, if n is 4q plus 1, then n square minus 1 is equal to 4q plus, then 4q plus 1 whole square minus 1. Okay, now it is equal to 16q square plus 1 plus 8q minus 1. Clear? Now this 1 and 1 is cancelled out. We will get only 16 q square plus 8q, and we can take 8q common from these two, so we will get 2q plus 1. Now dear students, this number has 8 as a multiplier, so we can say that this is divisible by 8. It is divisible by 8. Okay, now let's check for the form 4q plus 3. If n is equal to 4q plus 3, if n is equal to 4q plus 3, so n square is equal to 4q plus 3 square minus 1. Clear? Now let's solve this. 16q square plus 9 plus 24q minus 1, and when we solve this, we will get 16q square plus 8 plus 24q, and we can take 8 as a common among these three terms, so we will get 8 multiplied by 2q square plus 1 plus 3q. So again, now 8 is the multiplier of this number, so we can say that it is also divisible by 8. It is also divisible by 8. So for any odd positive integer, it is divisible by 8. Dear students, we can also use this result directly to solve objective questions. Okay, so you have to remember all the results which we prove in these examples. Now come to the next example. The next example is prove that x and y are odd positive integer. Prove that if x and y are odd positive integers, then x square plus y square is even but not divisible by 4. X square and y square even but not divisible by 4. So now dear students, here it is given that x and y are odd positive integer. Okay, now if it is odd positive integer, then we know that any odd positive integer is in the form of 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3, which we have seen in our previous example. But dear students, we can also take any positive odd integer as 2q plus 1. What is the benefit if we take 2q plus 1? If we take 2q plus 1, then our solution is smaller than the when we take 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3, because when we take 4q plus 1 and 4q plus 3, we have to check for both cases, and if we take 2q plus 1, we have only one case, so it is beneficial for us. Okay, now so here we write x as 2k plus 1, 2k plus 1. And yes students, if we have two integers x and y, so we write x as 2k1 plus 1 and y as 2k2 plus 1, and here this k1 and k2 are nothing but integers. Okay, now we have to show that x square plus y square, let's solve the value of x square plus y square. It is nothing but 2k1 plus 1 whole square plus 2k2 plus 1 whole square. When we solve this, we will get 4k1 square plus 1, 4k1 plus 4k2 square plus 1 plus 4k2. Now let's arrange this expression. 4k1 square plus 4k2 square plus 4k1 plus 4k2 plus 1 is equal to 2, and we can write it as, here we have 4k1 square, 4k2 square, 4k1 square plus 4k2. Now we can take 4 common, so it is equal to 4 multiplied by k1 square, k2 square, k1 plus k2 and plus 2. So now dear students, we have to assume k1 square plus k2 square plus k1 plus k2, it is equal to m. And m is what? M is integer. Because if k1 and k2 are integer, then k1 square plus k2 square plus k1 plus k2 is also a integer. Now x square plus y square becomes 4m plus 2, 4m plus 2. So now when we divide it by 4, when we divide it by 4, it gives 2 as remainder, because it is the form of divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. Now let's check it is even or odd. Now let this is equation 1. So from equation 1 we can write x square plus y square is equal to 2. When we take common 2 we will get 2m plus 1. So again we can write it as 2n, and n is what? N is 2m plus 1 and n belongs to integer. So if we write x square plus 1 as 2n, then it means it is even number. So we prove that x square plus y square is even but not divisible by 4, because when we divide it by 4 it gives 2 remainder. Clear? Now after this example, let's move to the next example. So the next example is show that the square of any positive integers cannot be of the form 4q plus 2 or 4q plus 3. Here we have to show that the square of any integer, any positive integer, cannot be in the form of 5q plus 2 or 5q plus 3. So dear students, let's start the solution of this question. First of all, any positive integer a can be written as any positive integer can be written as bq plus r according to Euclid division lemma. But here we have to choose b is equal to 5, because we have to prove in the form of 5q plus 2 or 5q plus 3. So we have to choose b is equal to 5. So we write here as a is equal to 5q plus r, and if a is equal to 5q plus r, then here r is always greater than equal to 0 but less than 5. So for the r we have 5 values: 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These 5 values can be choose for r. Okay. Now case 1. Case 1, if r is equal to 0. If r is equal to 0, then a is equal to what? A is equal to 5q. If r is equal to 0, then a is equal to what? 5q. And students, we have to show that the square of any positive integer, it is what? It is positive integer. We have to show the form of square of positive integer. So a square is equal to what? A square is equal to 25q square, or we can write it as 5 multiplied by 5q square, and let assume 5q square is equal to m, and here m is what? M is any integer, so it is written as m 5m. So a square is 5m. Now come to the next case. If r is equal to 1, if r is equal to 1, this is case 2, r is equal to 1, then positive integer can be written in the form of 5q plus 1. Now a square is equal to 5q plus 1 whole square. So it is equals to 25q square plus 1 plus 10q. Now we can arrange it as 25q square plus 10q plus 1, and we can take 5 common. So we will get 5q square plus 2q plus 1. and again this complete term can be assumed as m. So here 5q square plus 2q is equal to m, and m is integer. So a square is equal to 5m plus 1. A square is equal to 5m plus 1. Now come to the next case. Next case is r is equal to 2. Case 3, r is equal to 2. If r is equal to 2, then a is equal to 5q plus 2, and a square is equal to 5q plus 2 whole square. Then when we solve this, we will get 25q square plus 4 plus 20q, and it is equals to 25q square plus 20q plus 4, and we can take 5q common from these two terms. We will get 5q plus 4 plus 4. Now this 5q plus 4 is equal to m, and again m is integer. So a square is equal to 5m plus 4. A square is equal to 5m plus 4. Now come to the next case. Next is case 4, r is equal to 3. R is equal to 3. If r is equal to 3, then a is equal to what? 5q plus 3. 5q plus 3. Then a square is equals to 25q square plus 9 plus 30q, and we can write it as 25q square plus 5 plus 30q plus 4. We can split 9 into 5 and 4. So now if we take 5 common, then we will get 5q square plus 1 plus 6q plus 4. And again this complete term can equal to any integer. So let 5q square plus 1 plus 6q is equal to m, and again m is any integer. So a square is 5m plus 4. Okay. Now case 4. Case 4, r is equal to 4. It is case 5. Okay, r is equal to 4, and if r is equal to 4, then a is equal to 5q plus 4. A is equal to 5q plus 4. So a square is equal to 25q square plus 16 40q. Clear? Now we can write it as 25q square plus 15 plus 40q plus 1. And when we take 5 as a common, what will we get? We will get a square is equal to 5 multiplied by 5q square plus 3 plus 8q plus 1. Okay. Now this complete term can be written in the form of any integer m. So we can write it as 4m plus 1. So a square is 4m plus 1. So now student, if we observe all cases, the square of any integer can be in the form of 5m plus 1, 5m plus 4, or in the previous case it is 5m, so we can write here 5m also. So we can say that the square of any positive integer is not in the form of 5m plus 2 or 5m plus 3, because among these 5 cases the square of odd positive integer is in the form of 5m, 5m plus 1 and 5m plus 4. So we can write here that the square of any positive integer is not in the form of 5m plus 2 or 5m plus 3. Okay, I hope you understand how to solve the questions of Euclid division lemma. So now come to the next example. The next example is show that the cube of any positive integer is either of the form 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. So dear students, please pause the video and try yourself first. Okay, let's start the solution of this question. Students, the important thing is that what is the value of b for a is equal to bq plus r. So what is the value of b? If we observe the form of question, then here is 9m, 9m plus 1 and 9m plus 8. So we think that we have to choose n is equal b is equal to 9. But student, if you choose 9 is b is equal to 9, then you will get 9 cases. So your solution is too lengthy. So in the question it is given that the cube of any positive integer. It is given that cube of any positive integer. So if you take b is equal to 3, then you have to cube the number, and when you cube the number, 3 becomes 27, and in the 27 we have 9 also, because 27 is equal to 9 multiplied by 3. If we take b is equal to 3, then we can solve this question. So let's start the solution of this question. Let any positive integer a is equal to 3q plus r, and if b is equal to 3, then r is equal to greater than 0 but less than 3. Again we have 3 cases here: r is equal to 0, r is equal to 1 and r is equal to 2, and r cannot be equal to 3 because r should be less than 3. So now case 1, if r is equal to 3, if r is equal to 3, then a is equal to r is equal to 0, then a is equal to 3q. If a is equal to 3q, then cube of a is equal to 3 cube, 3q cube, and it is equal to 27q cube, and we can write it as 9 multiplied by 3q cube, and this 3q cube is integer, so let 3q cube is equal to m. If 3q cube is equal to m, then a cube is equal to 9m. Okay, now come to the next case. First case is r is equal to 0, then the next case is Case 2, r is equal to 1. If r is equal to 1, then a is equal to 3q plus 1. A is equal to 3q plus 1. Now a cube is equal to 3q plus 1 whole cube, and the formula of a plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab a plus b. Okay, so solve this. When we solve this, we will get a cube is equal to 27q cube plus 1 plus 3 multiply by 3q multiply by 1 and 3q plus 1. Clear? Now it is equal to 27q cube plus 1 plus 9q multiply by 3q plus 1. Okay, now we can take common 9 from 27q cube and 9q multiply by 3q plus 1. So it is equal to 9q multiply by 3q square plus 3q plus 1 plus 1. Okay, now we can assume this complete term as any integer. So let q multiply by 3q square plus 3q plus 1 is equal to m. M is what? M is any integer. So if it is equal to 1, then a cube is equal to 9m plus 1. Okay, now come to the next case. Next case, case 3. Okay, in the case 3 we have to choose r is equal to 2. If r is equal to 2, then a is equal to 3q plus 2. A is equal to 3q plus 2. Now if a is equal to 3q plus 2, then a cube is equal to 3q plus 2 whole cube, and it is equal to 27q cube plus 8 plus 3 multiply by 3q multiply by 2 multiply by 3q plus 2. Okay, now it is equals to 27q cube plus, we arrange this term here, 3 multiply by 3 9, 9 multiply by 2 18 q multiply by 3q plus 2 plus 8. Clear? Now we can take 9 common from these two terms, so we will get 9. We can take 9q multiply from these two terms, so it is equal to 3q square plus 2 multiply by 3q plus 2 plus 8. Now we can assume this complete expression as any integer. Let q multiply by 3q square plus 2 multiply by 3q plus 2 is equal to m. Okay, if it is equal to m, then here a cube is equal to 9q, a cube is equal to 9q plus 8. So students, if we observe all the cases, then the form of cube of any positive integers are, it can be in the form of 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. 9m 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So we prove that the cube form of the cube of any positive integer is 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8, and this is our question. Show that the cube of any positive integer is either in the form of 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So I hope you understand the question. So now, dear students, we have to finish our class here. In this lecture, we discuss about Euclid division lemma and solve some interesting questions which are based on the Euclid division lemma. And in next class, we will discuss some interesting questions and discuss about Euclid division algorithm. So thank you and have a nice day.